Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Yes Prep Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. And this is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. We have another one starting in about an hour from now. And the presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at the same website where you registered. So now I'm going to turn it over to our presenters. We are here in the University of Houston session. So first up, we'll hear from the Office of Undergraduate Admissions.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Alexandria. Thank you for being a participant here today. Like she said, I am your admissions rep. Okay, I represent all Yes Prep students here at the University of Houston. So feel free to ask questions. I want to let you know that we do have the academic colleges here, so I'm just going to be focusing on general UH information. So just a little bit about the University of Houston. We do have a little bit more than 46,000 students on our campus. Actually now we actually hit this year about 47,000 students. We are the third largest institution here in the state of Texas, and we are a Tier 1 research institution. There's only about 117 institutions in the United States that fall into that Tier 1 category, so this is something we're very proud of. I encourage all students, if you ever get the opportunity to do research, to please take advantage of it. One myth is, people typically think research is just centered around STEM majors, and that's not true. You can be any major and take part in research. Okay, a little bit about our campus life. Okay, so we are the second most diverse public institution in the United States. Of course, we know, diversity typically centers around race and ethnicity, which is true, but, where our student body is originating from is something that is very impressive. There's a lot of power in learning from people, that did not grow up similar to you. So I encourage students, if you can, definitely take advantage of this. If you'd like to know more information about our diversity and what that looks like on campus, you're more than welcome to ask. Now, we do have a little bit more than 600 student organizations, so plenty of things to do on campus, okay? I always encourage students to join at least one organization on campus because there's a lot of learning power outside the classroom. So, of course, you're learning those soft skills like what it means to work on a team, leadership, time management. So no matter what institution you go to, please make sure you are joining at least one student organization. And if you decide to come to us, as you can see, we have plenty to do. We actually have an app called Get Involved UH, which allows you to basically kind of filter out all the different activities or organizations. You can see how to join them. You can actually see, if they're hosting free food, free giveaways. It's actually one of my favorite things on campus. Like I said earlier, we do have some of the undergraduate academic colleges here, but just so you know, we do have a little bit more than 120 different undergraduate majors with a student faculty ratio of about 21:1. And I know I'm speaking fast, but I want to make sure you get kind of the meat of our session today. If you're interested in applying it, we are on Apply Texas or Common App. It is $75 to apply. Or, if you qualify for a fee waiver, you can definitely upload that to your MyUH account. So once you apply, all students get what's called a MyUH ID, which allows you to check the status of your application on an online portal. And you can actually upload that information there. You want to send us your transcripts, which you can upload to your portal, as well as we are now test optional, meaning you have the option to apply with or without a test score, okay? If you decide to apply with the test score, this chart, as you can see, right? I know Yes Preps don't rank, but your counselors will send a letter on your behalf as if you were to rank. So if you decide to apply with the test score, as you can see, this information is here, as well as we can definitely post the link in the chat so you know exactly where to go on our website. And if you decide to apply without a test score, okay, we're gonna use your GPA. Okay, so your rank will determine the minimum GPA you need. So just so you know, this is an unweighted GPA, meaning no extracurricular activities will be involved in that calculation. It's gonna be like those main courses, so your math, your English, your science, and stuff like that. Now, these are just general admissions, okay, criteria, there are some majors that do have additional requirements, okay? So as you can see on this slide, these are the college's academic programs, and as you know, we do have a few of them here today in the chat that can answer those questions. We'll send this link out as well, okay, just so you know that if the major that you're interested in has an extra requirement. For my students that don't know what they want to do, that's totally fine, okay? We do have an exploratory studies program that allows you to kind of, you know, figure out what you want to do, as well as if you didn't get accepted into your first choice major. As far as the money side, okay, so Texas residents, which you typically all are, meaning that, you know, you graduated from an institution here in Texas. So we're looking at that middle column. You're going to be looking at a little bit more than $11,500 for tuition and fees. This is for the entire year. We don't require any students to live on campus. So this room and board price, you know, just depends on where you stay, but there's still a cost associated with living at home, commuting back and forth to campus, or even parking on campus. Books and supplies, that's an indirect expense as well, because it just depends on the classes, how many classes you have, and if the professor requires a book. Last but not least, our priority scholarship deadline is November 1st. So that ensures that you are being considered for financial aid, university scholarships. As you all know, your FAFSA is available to apply, as well as the TASFA. And okay, it just depends on your residency or citizenship, depending upon which one you want to apply for. As well as my families that make under $65,000 a year, you can qualify for Cougar Promise, which take care of tuition and fees. That's all I have. Thank you. I know I was speaking very fast, but we appreciate y'all for attending.
All right, so next we'll hear from the College of Technology.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Dr. Sharon Green, and I'm the Director of Undergraduate Recruiting for the College of Technology, and delighted that you're joining our session today. And first of all, I just want to give a message of you belong in the College of Technology, that we take very seriously the success of all of our students, and we look forward to having you join us. And so my goal here today is to basically broaden your idea in terms of what is technology. And so first of all, just want to say technology is everywhere. A lot of times when people think of technology, they tend to gravitate and just think in terms of engineering and computer science. But as you can see, technology is in everything. So no matter what your interest is, there's a component of technology that's involved in it. And so when you think in terms of what career you might want to consider, to think in terms of what do you love to do? What kinds of things do you care about? What do you do well? What are the things that interest you? And what are the environments that you enjoy being in? And that you can add technology to it, and then you can put it through some other filters that you may have in terms of what you want to do as a career, in terms of pay or the work-life balance, or those other things that may be of interest to you. And so I'm going to do just a real quick, we have 11 majors in the College of Technology, and my colleague did an incredible job of getting through a lot of information quickly. And so I want to just really train your eye to look at this next series of slides. So at the top is going to have what the name of the major is. Along the left-hand side, you'll see some different types of jobs that our graduates have held as a result of getting this degree. And at the bottom is a general description of what that degree entails. And so biotechnology involves those sciences like anatomy, physiology, biology with technology. Most of our students are working in a lab type of format, and we have students who major in biotechnology who are actually interested in medical school. So you can major in biotechnology and meet the qualifications to be considered for medical school. Computer engineering technology is the integration of design, development of hardware and software. And you see some of the job titles on the left there. Computer information system deals with software for business purposes. Construction management. Construction management in this case is not the hammering and nailing. it is managing construction projects. And so you'll see terms like project engineer, project manager. And by the way, as you look at the various job titles, you'll notice that a number of the positions do say engineering. And so technology, a degree in technology, is another path to a career in engineering. Digital media. Digital media is anything, any kind of communication that is taking place in a digital format. So whether we're talking television or computer or cell phone, that's a digital media function. A new term that's being thrown out there is transmedia marketing, which is the idea of getting the right message to the right audience with the right kind of content that is to take place at a given time. Electrical power engineering technology. And if you've been in Houston and experienced our wonderful storms, and perhaps you've had your electricity go out, these are the people that are getting it going again. And it also deals with small hand tools as well. Human resource development, and people don't think in terms of this being in the College of Technology, but we're actually looking at the technology needed to develop people. So it includes not only the learning and development component, but it's also organizational change. Think about the kinds of things we do differently now as a result of COVID, that someone had to go in and say, how do we make this organization, help this organization make a shift? Mechanical engineering technology, and you're applying the engineering principles and technology to create products and machinery. We do have graduates that become mechanical engineers, project engineers, design engineers. All of these titles can be gained through a technology degree. Retailing and consumer science. You know, we don't shop the way we used to shop a long time ago. And even that has been impacted by COVID. You have a lot more people that are getting things by way of doing e-shopping. Supply chain and logistics, also another field that has been very much in the news as a result of COVID, that people have to get things from point A to point B. Technology leadership, and we need someone to lead technology, and innovation is on the lips of all employers now. And so we actually teach methodologies in how to be innovative. How do you go from being a company that once made whiskey and now you're making hand sanitizers? And we have various things to help you to be successful. You're not in this trip alone. So we look forward to having you. I'm Dr. Sharon Green, and we'd love to see you in the College of Technology.
Great, thank you. So next up, we'll hear from the Cullen College of Engineering.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Natalia Palmerini, and I am the College Recruitment Manager for the Cullen College of Engineering. And I will essentially be your best friend in regards to everything you need to know when it comes to our majors, getting into our program, and what our resources look like for engineering students. We host 8 different majors that you will all be able to take advantage of. As we know, Houston is the hub for engineering. I cannot stress that enough. Because of our location, our students have a lot of hands-on opportunities to really be able to do research, to find internships, to find co-ops, and to have a lot of job opportunities after they graduate from the University of Houston. We work very closely with all different kinds of engineering companies throughout the United States as well as overseas. And with the opportunities that we've had with these companies time and time again, the representatives from each of the companies let us know that students who are graduating from the Cullen College of Engineering are the most prepared to enter the engineering field and face the problems that everyday engineers face on a day-to-day basis. So know that when you're coming from the Cullen College of Engineering, you are going to be more than prepared to be an engineering professional. I want to give an overview of the 8 majors that we do have to offer to give each of you some perspective of how they are applied in the engineering world. First, we have biomedical engineering. So for any of you who are interested in healthcare, it focuses on solving problems in biology and medicine to advance healthcare. So you're understanding human biology, plant biology, animal physiology, and being able to take that understanding in each of their totalities and being able to apply that to play a role in the medical world. We do have a lot of students who will choose to be on a pre-med track as well within biomedical engineering, for any of you that are interested in going into medicine, biomedical engineering is a very research-based major. So know that you'll be doing a lot of research with nanotechnology and genetics, and again, with biology to, again, advance healthcare. We then have chemical engineering. So for any of you who love chemistry, this is definitely the major for you. And it's all about using chemistry and engineering through learning how to produce substances and products to improve people's lives. So you can get into chemical engineering if you want to get into oil and gas. You can go into chemical engineering to work in pharmaceuticals. We also have people who are in chemical engineering creating hair products and makeup products, because all of that plays a role in the chemistry world. And chemical engineers are the ones who are able to problem solve and innovate with all these different kinds of chemical substances. We then have civil and environmental engineering, which deals with developing and maintaining both human-made and natural-made infrastructures. So your roads, your bridges, your buildings, your highways, but also your rivers, your valleys, and your oceans. We have students who are working with the city of Houston to rebuild Houston's infrastructure to be better prepared for the next time a hurricane and flood happens, which is obviously something that we're dealing with on, a year-to-year basis. So there's a lot of opportunity to learn how to really play a role in the infrastructure of cities, but also the infrastructure of national parks. They have a lot of opportunities within the environmentalism realm and sustainability realm for any of you that are passionate about going into any kind of environmental science-based engineering. We then have computer and electrical engineering. They are two separate majors, but they are very similar in the courses that are required. They encompass anything that requires electrical power. Computer engineering focuses more on computerized systems, and that can really go into anything in regards to technology. So you're building computerized systems for the medical world. You're building a computer, a phone, a gaming system for any of you that are interested in gaming. Whereas electrical engineering is kind of a bit broader. So for any of you who are interested in robotics, you may find yourself going into electrical engineering. Any of you nerds that want to create bionic arms and limbs or brains, electrical engineering has those opportunities for you. For any of you that are business oriented, we do kind of have this engineering major that is the marriage between both engineering and business, and that's industrial engineering. And industrial engineers are experts in optimizing people, machines, information, materials, and energy. So really, as an industrial engineer, you're the person who's in charge of making sure that the process to create a particular product or a particular outcome is the most efficient and effective it can possibly be in order to guarantee quality. So you're very much a manager and a supervisor in that particular engineering position. We then have mechanical engineering. Mechanical engineering is hands down our most popular major. And the reason for that is because mechanical engineers are considered the jack of all trades. So really in mechanical engineering, you're gaining a very large skill set of a lot of different opportunities within the engineering world. So you're understanding math and physics and material sciences. You're understanding how to analyze, to manufacture, to maintain mechanical systems. So for any of you that are passionate about engineering but want to have a very large skill set and a large spectrum to be able to be in the engineering world, mechanical engineering is definitely the way to go. And then last but not least is petroleum engineering, which is the gateway to extract oil and meet energy demands. Just some facts about our students. Within the first 5 years of graduating from the University of Houston's Cullen College of Engineering, our students are making upwards of 6 figures. So for any of you that are looking to be rich engineers, you definitely have a lot of opportunities here with the University of Houston. With that being said, within the first 6 months of graduating from the University of Houston, you will guaranteed have a job within the engineering field. It's not limited to just Houston. We have students who go all throughout the United States as well as abroad. So know that you're really able to expand your horizons through the Cullen College of Engineering. And we really do look forward to seeing you next fall. Thank you, everyone.
Great, thank you. And next we'll hear from the C.T. Bauer College of Business.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm just trying to set up my presentation real quick. So my name is Brian Moreno. So I'm the program manager for high school recruitment, specifically with the C.T. Bauer College of Business. And basically, I'm here just to talk about more about the College of Business if you guys are interested. So first things first is always going to be the biggest thing is requirements. So of course, whenever you're applying to the University of Houston, always take in mind that there are specific requirements for those different certain academic colleges, right? The College of Business is one. So these are going to be our requirements specifically, which consists of in the top 20%, top 10%, if you decide to apply with their SAT or ACT. Those are going to be the scores to be assured admissions. Then the other hand, if you guys do decide to apply without an SAT or ACT, there are specific GPAs that you must have in order to be assured admissions into the College of Business, right? So this is one route whenever you start to apply for these universities or for the University of Houston, keep that in mind. If you meet those requirements, then you know for sure you're admissible into the College of Business. Awesome, congratulations, right? But there is an alternative route. So for instance, for some students that aren't great test takers but are great in the classrooms or come super close to it, if you are admitted into the University of Houston, there's still a possibility for you to still study business or change your major over into business, right? We want the wholesome, we want the entire package in regards to a student. So some students come in through our business pathways program. So this program is geared for students who are admitted into U of H, but not into the College of Business. This program actually lets you change your major over after a semester. So basically your freshman fall semester, you would take 15 credit hours, make a 3.25 GPA. You do get your own business pathways advisors to help you out with any questions, concerns you might have. But if you do all that, then officially you can change your major over into business after your freshman fall semester, right? It's still on track for you to graduate within those 4 years. You're not wasting time. You're not wasting money. You're still taking classes geared towards your degree plan. It's just you aren't an official business student for that freshman fall semester, right? A great program for those of you guys who decide to apply for the College of Business and aren't admitted. This is definitely a fantastic program to definitely utilize to change your major over in the expedited amount of time. Also in regards to our majors, right? So we have 7 different majors that we have to offer. They're all going to be on the screen right now. So from accounting, we do have a 5-year PPA program, which basically means that you can graduate with your bachelor's, your master's, and sit on your CPA. A great chance to definitely knock out a lot within 5 years. Management information systems is another major that's the best of both worlds in regards to technology and business. This is for those kind of persons who are technology savvy and also want to be involved in the business field. So you have the best of both. They do come out with the highest paying in regards to 0 years of experience. Another major is entrepreneurship. Currently it's #1 in the nation. A lot of students always know about entrepreneurship program just because it does try to give you the best, help you out with any mentors, any questions, concerns. So if you want to be the CEO running the show, want to learn a little bit more about how to run a business, entrepreneurship might be the best major for you. Marketing also, we have a PES program that's more of the sales component of marketing. Within that program, they have 98% job placement, which is really great. Finance has its own specialty track. So of course, when you're thinking about business, it's about what's going to make your degree different from the other business students who are applying for that internship and job opportunity, right? Specialty tracks add a little bit more oomph to your degree within the College of Business that give you a specialization in specific areas. Supply chain management is our #6, currently #19 in regards to supply chain management programs. These are the people who are more the logistics person, right? So everybody needs a logistics person nowadays. Amazon, Walmart, Starbucks, oil and gas also need supply chain management. So this is a degree and a major that has been growing more popular. Then lastly is management, which includes a human resource and leadership track. So specific classes that hit on these 2 different things that are definitely key, right? Regardless of any of these majors, the great thing about our degree plan is that you can know exactly what you want to study. You cannot know what you want to study, right? That's what we're there for, to help you out. So with our degree plan, as a freshman, even as a transfer student, you're gonna go into the College of Business as a pre-business student, which means that you haven't declared a major quite yet. The reason why is we want to make sure that you find the right fit within the College of Business. So in your kind of freshman and fall semester, you're going to take entry-level classes that hit on our different majors. So that way you are exposed to what an accounting major look like, what marketing classes consist of, right? So that way you can figure out accounting, numbers, that's my thing, that's my major, or you know what, just trying to get done with this, I'm more the marketing side, I'm more the entrepreneurship side, right? So that's the great thing with our degree plan, is that you have that luxury of figuring out what's the best fit for you, or possibly even double majoring within the College of Business as well. Highlights is a big thing. When you're looking at these different universities, make sure you definitely look into what are the best resources that come with these universities, right? Natalia definitely mentioned in regards to engineering, also within business. You have that luxury of getting your own career center specifically for business students only. So that means they're there to help you out with your interviews, interviewing skills, your resumes. We also host annual career fairs each fall and spring semester, where we bring 150 plus different companies on campus to come and recruit our students. So now you're getting that one-on-one time to hopefully talk with these different companies for those internship opportunities. We also have business organizations, which is definitely key to help you out to build up those networks and make those connections. Another thing we have is Bauer in DC, which is a great program to definitely look into. That's going to help you out. That lets you actually go to DC for a semester and go study, and it's going to be paid by the College of Business, right? Enrichment programs are also great. But then lastly, if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to definitely email me. Again, my name is Brian Moreno, and I can definitely help you answer any questions about the College of Business.
Great, thank you. So next we'll hear from University of Houston, Victoria.
Hello, oh, give me 1 second. I've been waiting for my moment and now I can't get it together. Okay. Hi guys, my name is Genesis Castillo and okay, there we go. My name is Genesis Castillo and I am one of the 3 representatives from the University of Houston, Victoria. So this is our campus, and this is how you could possibly look if you decide to tour campus or even, you know, start as a first-year student. So a little bit about myself, I am bilingual, so if you have any family member who would like to ask any questions in Spanish or anything like that, please feel free to message me. Also, I graduated from UHV, so I'm also an alumni, so if you have any questions, I graduated in 2016 with like my bachelor's in psychology, so I have a little bit of knowledge about UHV. So let's go and talk a little bit of or dive into how to get into UHV. So, you know, because of COVID and stuff, we are test optional. So you are able to submit the following things. So if you decide to go test optional, you have to meet two requirements, which is to be top 60% of your class, and have a 2.5 GPA minimum on a 4.0 scale. I know that some of you guys do not rank. So if one of the things that some of your counselors do is send a letter to an institution saying that you guys rank within that requirement, and that's basically what we will need along with your transcript. The regular admission requirements is if you obviously do want to submit your test scores, which is to be top 50% of your class, have a 2.0 GPA, meet the scores of a 940 on your SAT or 18 on your ACT. So if you meet 2 out of the 3, you get automatically accepted. Now, how do you start? So first you'll apply through Apply Texas. We do have a $25 fee. However, if you meet with one of the recruiters or send an email to one of the recruiters, we can send you an application fee waiver, and we can waive that fee for you. So about what is UHV, or, you know, U of H is our big, maybe I should have started with that. U of H is our big sister, and we are the baby sister, basically. We have about 33 majors for undergrad students. Our popular majors is going to be the School of Business, so like general business, international business, and things like that. We also have a teaching program, which is awesome. It's really convenient for a lot of our students because they get a lot of hands-on and experience in our community, as well as digital gaming. I saw some of the messages that you guys were asking about digital gaming. We have that as a major. Biology major is also very popular, and the psychology major as well, because you can continue your education if you would like to become a counselor. So we also have master programs in order to continue on. So our location, so we are in Victoria, which is about 2 hours south from Houston. One of the things that I loved about it was that how small it was, because I'm a Houston girl. I was raised in Pasadena. Then I moved to, like, you know, a little bit more into the country, but, you know, I still have my roots in Houston. So moving to Victoria was a little bit different because it's such a small a small community, but it's very homey. So it's very also very centered to major cities. So like San Antonio, Austin, like I said, Houston is 2 hours. So if you want to have like a weekend trip, maybe to San Antonio, go to Six Flags whenever COVID is over with your friends, that is such a big possibility. Also, one of the really neat parts and something that it really benefited me as a student at UHV was that we were able to, our institution is composed of first generation students as well as minority students. So because everyone's kind of going through the same thing and has the same questions, everyone in our campus is very helpful. So that's something very neat about us and unique. So a little bit more. So what about UHV? It's very convenient. We have on-campus living. So for your first 2 years, you are required to stay on campus. Obviously, because of COVID right now, it's not a requirement. We also have campus shuttles, on-campus dining. So again, we are a very small institution. We're about 4,000 students, so we're very, very small. So whenever we opened our student center and we had our Chick-fil-A, we were beyond happy about it. So that was like a big milestone. So it's very convenient. So also Student Life has about a little bit over 20 different organizations. Another neat part is that we are about making your mark. So if you don't see something on campus and you want to bring it on campus, you can so do it. And that's something that we really, and I myself have done it. So we really speak on that. And athletics. So I saw that a couple of you guys had questions. So we do have athletics. So we have for men's, we have baseball, soccer, golf, and then for women, softball, soccer, and golf. And we are Division II school, and we are with the NAIA. And lastly, so if you guys are interested in that little circle down there, you are able to register for the virtual Jaguar Day. So that's kind of like a view day. And our next one's gonna be October 24th. I'll be taking my test to hopefully graduate in, Thank you, guys.
Great, thank you. And so last up, we'll hear from University of Houston Clear Lake, and then we'll give our participants and panelists a chance to get through some of those questions in the last 8 minutes or so.
Hi guys, my name is Brittany Jaramillo, and I am an enrollment counselor here at University of Houston Clear Lake. Give me just about a couple of seconds to get this going. My coworker Iris will actually be in the chat, so if you ask questions, also please be aware to put UHC also that we know that we're answering a question on our behalf. So we actually have 4 different colleges here at the University of Houston Clear Lake, and if you don't know where we're about 10 minutes from NASA. So if you've ever got to do one of those field trips or got a chance to go to that museum, we're about a 10-minute drive. We have 45 plus majors. Our faculty ratio is actually 17:1, so students really get to know their professors here. We have 9,000 enrolled students and over 70,000 plus alumni strong. We have over 100 plus student organizations, and what I like about the organizations here is I feel like there's really something for everybody. And if you don't feel that there's something there or there's something a little bit more niche you want, you're more than welcome to actually go to our Student Organization Center and start a new organization. We do have 2 housing options, and as of right now, we are not requiring that students live on campus by any means. That was even before COVID. So we actually have Hunter Hall, which is our dorms, and I'll get to that in a second. And we also have our University Forest apartments. So this is Hunter Hall. This actually opened up last fall in 2019. So it's only been around a little over a year. It's actually really nice because there's conference rooms, there's laundry there, trash, you can even get your mail there. And the students really, really like it. And we have a live on campus staff as well. This is our University Forest on campus apartments. They're just a short walk away from campus, so students really enjoy that. And then they can take the shuttle to the Pearland campus if for whatever reason they have a class over at the Pearland campus. So this is our test optional application. As you'll see, if you look here on the side, you'll actually see what's assured admission and what's individual review and what rank and what GPA that we would like. I understand that you guys don't always have a rank, but we do have a way that we can do that and still kind of see where you guys fall. This is if you decide to take the test. We do have students who are still deciding to take the test. So this is what you would need to make. If you're top 10%, obviously it's pretty much automatic admissions. That 11 to 25%, it's an SAT of a 1030 or an ACT of a 20. That top 26 to 50%, it's an SAT of 1130 or an ACT of 23. And anything below that is individual review. Really quickly, if you do this and maybe you have a better chance of having a better application with this, we will actually then move your application to the non-TOS optional if you decided to send your test scores and you wanted to go test optional, that's fine. So once you apply, we do encourage all students to check their e-services. This is where you're going to check your application, see where it's at, see if we need anything else. This is where you're going to turn like that meningitis. Everything through e-services is kind of like that hub for students for them to be also set up for courses, accept scholarships and things like that. Financial aid. So starting October 1st, this is actually for all schools. You can actually go ahead and start putting in for your financial aid. I always say the sooner the better. Same goes for applying. That way we have plenty of time to, get through any nitty gritties, details, things like that you're really going to want to have access to. And then really quickly, we do have a couple of virtual open houses coming up. I'm just going to leave this on the screen for a few seconds so that you can kind of screenshot this if you want or write it down. So if you look at that little green one, right, we do virtual tours and we are scheduling like one-on-one virtual appointments. So if you want to have a Zoom appointment specifically with either myself or anybody on my team, we do Zoom appointments. We are also on Go to College Fair. So a lot of people don't realize that we're there, but we are. And you just go into our page and then you see when our presentations are. And our live presentations, that typically means that me or one of my coworkers are in there ready to answer any of your questions on Zoom. And then we can also be a little bit more personal sometimes and actually talk specifically on what you want and what you want your college experience to look like. Okay, and these are just our way to contact us. And again, we do virtual appointments, so you just fill out the form and then we'll schedule a time and a date and we'll go from there. I'm gonna leave this up for just a few seconds for the next maybe 20 seconds. This way anyone can screenshot it. And then that is all for me. And then like I said before, Iris is actually in the queue and chat answering all your questions, comments, and concerns regarding UHCL. Okay, thank you so much.
Great. So we have about 7 minutes to get through all of your questions. So I'm going to turn it over to the panelists to go through and either type answers to all of those questions, or if there's anything that you'd like to read aloud and answer live on air, now is your chance.
Hi, this is Sharon. Can you hear me?
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, good. I just wanted to notice that a number of students asked about various degrees that relate to our digital media program. And so I just wanted to respond more broadly to the group that we do offer several tracks within digital media. And so digital media includes, some of you ask about gaming and simulation. So that's included there, photography, motion media. And so do check out our digital media program. There are a number of options available for you.
Great, and I'll welcome all of our panelists to turn their video on and then unmute yourself whenever you have a question that you'd like to answer.
I'll keep going if no one else has something right there. I just wanted to mention, and you're looking at a dog collection behind me, but I'll hope also you see some U of H paraphernalia, back there. But I wanted to also just mention, someone had asked about the requirements for the College of Technology. And so I do want to, in addition to the admissions requirements for the university, that the College of Technology requires that you have 2 units of either biology, chemistry, or physics, 2 units of algebra, a unit of geometry, a unit of pre-calculus, and 4 units of English. And so I did want to make that clarification. I may have misspoken in the chat, so I did want to make that clarification. Thank you.
Hi, this is Brittany from University of Houston Clear Lake. For one of the questions, it looks like it was for me and UHV, so I'm just going to answer for University of Houston Clear Lake. Yes, we do offer criminal justice majors. It's actually criminal justice with a criminology major, and I will let UHV answer for themselves.
Hi guys. Yes, we do also have a criminal justice major, and if you like to have like a minor, that is also a possibility. Can we hear what a JAG day was for UHV? So JAG day is basically a view day. So you go visit and tour the campus as well as the resident halls and things of that nature. So if you guys get a chance, please sign up for a JAG day. In October 24th will be virtually, and the other ones are still pending.
Hi again, everyone. I'm seeing some questions, a lot of questions in, specifically to the colleges. So U of H's colleges will take care of those in the chat, but the ones about requirements. So just so you know, we are test optional, meaning you have the option to apply with or without a test score. The option is completely yours. Let's say you apply without a test score and then you decide, hey, I think I do want to submit a test score. You have that option to do so as long as you have not received an admissions decision, okay? So yes, I understand, yes, prep schools don't rank. However, your counselor will submit a rank letter on your behalf. Just so you know, we're still using the rank to determine the minimum test score you need, okay? If you apply with a test score, if you decide to apply without a test score, then your rank is gonna determine the minimum GPA you need, okay? Let's say you do not meet the assured admissions, okay? At that point, if we need any additional documents, we will request them. So please do not send us any letters of recommendation. Don't send us anything unless we ask for it. Not only that, if you're not sure, okay, remember I told you that all students that apply get an ID that allows them to check their student portal. We will update your student portal so you will know if anything is requested from you, okay? So do not send us additional documents, okay? And just so you know, when we use your GPA, okay, if you apply without a test score, it's going to be an unweighted GPA. No extracurricular activities are going to be involved, okay, with that calculation, just like those main courses, English, math, science, and social studies information on your transcript. So hopefully that answered a lot of your questions about requirements and things the same. And our priority scholarship deadline is November 1st, okay, so that's less than a month away. I saw some questions about that too.
Hi again, this is Brittany from University of Houston Clear Lake. And just to address Lorenzo Perez, he asked, he doesn't know what he wants to major in, so is there any way colleges and universities can help? I know we have our career counseling center here at UHCL, but I kind of wanted to answer this one live. That way the other colleges can also answer this one live. So what a career counseling does is they'll kind of go through with you what you want to do, what your strengths are, and maybe do some assessments and stuff.
All right, everyone, and unfortunately, we are at time for today. What a very busy and informative session we had this morning. So I want to say thank you to all of the panelists and participants for joining us this morning. There are still a lot of questions that I know we weren't able to get to, but don't worry, the panelists will have a transcript of all of those questions, and they'll have all of your contact info, so they'll be able to follow up with you for all of those great questions. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide. And also, this was just one of many sessions being hosted. There's another one starting in just 15 minutes. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recordings as well as all of the other sessions happening this morning being recorded. And those will be all at the website where you registered for this college fair. And with that, I will say thank you again to our panelists and participants. Have a great morning, and I'm sure I will see a few of you in just about 15 minutes.